terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9 now. Open man here is Conklin. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. He'll return it from the 6. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 3rd down, it's Willis. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So we're 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Straight ahead is Hall. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So on 4th down, on comes the Jets kicker, Cairo Santos. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Broncos had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Willis to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Ball again on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense really flew it around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. Touchdown! Breece Hall. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On second down, Williams. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. This is taken around the 12. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Dillon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Rolling to his right. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Willis from the gun on third down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball again on second down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up third and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
Now it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's third and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now Willis. He's got White here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Try it here. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Hey, check that. Three.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Give to Hall running right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. A short throw to Ingram, and he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results out in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. In motion goes the tight end. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look to throw now on first down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They give it to Williams, running right. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Into the hands of Ingram. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He gets it underneath to Hall, and he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart and moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
He's back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll run with Hall. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. One more time with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in? I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking as one on this one. And one was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for 2 there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Broncos, they